in really simple terms, I'm not gonna do the do to you unless me and you have a really good connection. You know, it's just the kind of simple. Usually, I'm not even gonna do the do to you unless like we're like I'm looking for a relationship. Basically, I crave intimacy and connection, and I need those things for other things to be operational.
You're very funny, Lance. You're a very handsome, funny man. Now let's see that penis.
Nobody wants to date me.
I want to date you. I find you really attractive, and I think that we should go out.
Go away.
So I just found out what demisexual is, right? And I think I'm one of them, right? Because, like, you know how people can just, hook up with people where they get, like, sexually attracted to somebody that they kind of just met or just because they cute, right? No, like, I cannot look at somebody that way if I do not have a connection with you. Like, if I genuinely do not, like, care for you with my whole heart, I cannot, I just don't, I can't look at you like that. But it's crazy because I didn't know it was a name for that. But y'all get it? You could for real be like the finest female, finest man on this planet. But if I do not have a connection with you, that little kitty cat is not getting wet for you. I'm sorry. But I just found out it got a name. Like, I think, am I?
I think my favorite part of only being sexually attracted to people I have an emotional connection with in this generation is the fact that obviously very sexually attractive people realize that they don't have the same amount of power over you that they have over most other people in general. I do not care how pretty you are. It does not matter to me. Where is the childhood trauma? Where is your quirky ass hobby? Where is your neurodivergent tendency that we can talk about? I don't give a fuck how pretty you are, and that makes them so angry.
You have something I want.
What we need to do now is get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're a problem. You're a real problem.
5 signs that you might be demisexual. You have to have known them for a while before you have sexual attraction. The second one is it takes you a while to actually develop the sexual attraction. It can be months to years depending on the demisexual. The third sign is that you're confused the first time you have sexual attraction. Number 4 is you're not really interested in one-night stands or hookups and you don't really get why people do that. And the 5th sign is that physical attraction might take a backseat to other forms of attraction.
Tripping, nigga. I'm overly thinking.
Right.
Boy, I got a real plan.
Right.
When I signed my first deal, I signed the most fucked up deal in the world.
Right.
I don't give a damn. I just needed the platform.
Right.
I had the plan.
Right.
I know how to get out the deal.
Right.
After this video, you might come to the realization that you're a demisexual, just like I am. If you've never heard the term, a demisexual is essentially a person who will not engage in something physically intimate or sexual with someone until they've established an emotional and or mental connection. For the demisexual, establishing that emotional bond and emotional connection is the primary goal. If they can't establish that emotional or mental bond, they won't do anything sexual. And even though I used to make fun of people that needed an emotional connection to do anything physically intimate, now this is where I'm at in life. You need a connection to smash? That's weak as hell. Well, I guess that makes me weak as hell by my own definition, because now I won't do anything sexual with someone unless I'm emotionally or mentally connected with them. Demisexuals tend to prioritize personality over looks, so if they're not even attracted to your personality, forget about doing anything sexual with them. Demisexuals don't really ever have a physical type either, because they're more concerned about the personality and the character of a person as opposed to their looks. And don't get me wrong, intimacy is incredibly important for the demisexual, but only in specific situations with very specific people. Once again, that mental and or emotional connection has to be established before the demisexual even thinks about doing anything sexual with you. For a demisexual, the physical and outer appearance just is not enough. A demisexual won't really care about rating a stranger's hotness. A demisexual is often not driven by physical or sexual desire. A demisexual usually does not understand the need for hookup culture. A demisexual sees sex as an opportunity to connect with you or to get to know you a little better. They don't just see it as pleasure only. So if you're a demisexual, welcome to the family. I myself am a demisexual as well. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, or feel free to share this with anyone who you think might find it interesting.
People who are demisexual often have a hard time setting expectations around sexual intercourse. While I could just jump straight into the play-by-play and tell you how to set a boundary, I have to start by saying it is so important that you reshape the way you view boundaries. Boundaries are bridges, not fences. They are a beautiful way for you to build better connections with people. Now that that understanding is out of the way, I can teach you the acronym that I use when it comes to setting boundaries. GLADPASS. GLADPASS is about giving yourself permission to set boundaries, leading with love while you're doing it, because setting boundaries is an act of love. Advocating for yourself in advance to avoid reactionary boundary setting. Being as direct as possible when it comes to setting boundaries is also really important. Prioritizing your own needs is important for you to be aware of why you need these boundaries. As a demisexual person, communicating that you need that emotional intimacy in order to feel vulnerable enough to take it to that space can go a long way. Seeking supports throughout the process of boundary setting is also really important. Last point, stay firm. Boundaries are a guide, a tool that can lead us to connecting with people who love us without the desire to control. Nobody was born knowing how to ride a bike, and nobody was born setting boundaries. It's something that takes practice and you can learn over time. If you want to hear more fresh perspectives exploring the world of LGBTQIA+ dating, please visit hinge.nfaq.co. Give yourself some grace through it, and remember, you got this.
A dear friend of mine may have discovered that they're demi this pride and it made them feel all seen and valid. So this one's for you, bestie. I love you. Demisexual simply refers to somebody that requires an emotional bond in order to have satisfying physical relations. And you may go, doesn't everybody need an emotional bond in order to be intimate with someone? And if that's you, for the majority of people, romantic or emotional attraction and physical or sexual attraction are two different things. But for demisexuals, they are very much intertwined. Demi is also commonly a label that people will stack on. They'll say things like a demi-lesbian or a demi-pan or a demi-hetero. If you're still really confused about romantic and sexual attraction, we're about to talk about it, so go check that out.